Good morning, my friends. This is Becky. Welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s and I am working very hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my mental, and my financial health, and today's video is going to be a financial health journey. Today is going to be my budget with me for my I almost said February, March the 17th paycheck, and then my rollover from last week. If you are new, welcome. I'm super excited that you are here. I am very excited to have you come along with me on my journey. I hope that this and my other journeys will give you inspiration and motivation to go on your own journeys. And in return, I hope that I can subscribe to your channels if you have them and get some motivation from you, because I know that there are quite a few of you out there that have your own channels, and I watch and I get so much motivation and inspiration from you. If you are not new, welcome back. I'm so thankful for each and every single one of you. I love you so much, and thank you so much for all of your support. If you're not new, you know what today is. Today is March the 14th, which means I am 2 days away from my cruise, y'all. 2 days. Lord willing, I leave on Sunday morning, and I am so excited. Today, in 31 minutes, I start work, but at 5 o'clock, I'm on vacation. My friend Randy is coming up today to celebrate Troy Patrick's Day. We did lose our friend Troy. It was like 6, 7 years ago now. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's been that long. But every year on the 17th of March, we celebrate him, and we just get together and just remember him. And so that's my plan for this evening. I got a busy weekend, y'all, but that's okay. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. And I'm going to be on vacation. So it's 7:30. I need to get this budget planned. So I know that I promised y'all a cruise budget, and I do have that for you, and I'm going to include it in this video. I realized once I put it together that it's not really long enough to be its own video. So the cruise budget is going to be in this budget. I have it separate. And so we'll do this week's budget, and then we'll jump over into the cruise budget video, the cruise budget part of this. So if you are interested for that, it will be at the end. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy just my regular weekly budget. So you also know my drill. It's 7:30. I tried really hard to get started early, but I have so much going on. And I apologize if you can hear my cat. He does not like being left out. But I have to leave him out right now so that I can get this done and he doesn't wake up Nathan, my roommate, because Nathan does not like being woken up in the morning. So nobody does, but Nathan gets cranky. Anyway, let's get started. Let me push myself up into the corner. So we do not have. Oh my God, I got my good midlife crisis mug this morning. We do not have any savings challenges because we finished them last week, and that is going to be part of what we move into what we're taking on the cruise. And by we, I mean I wish all of you were coming with me. That would be, oh my goodness, how much fun would that be? Everybody could just go on a cruise together. Anyway, okay. So this money right here, $2,676.22. This is my rollover from last week. This is just a little bit of cash back, and this is my paycheck. That is what this income is. And then I am going to, since I'm already down here, this personal savings challenge, this was my budget with Ira savings challenge that I was doing to save money for my cruise. I'm going to move this into my, actually, before I do that, I did do a little bit of overspending in my cruise budget this week, and I want to cover it. I don't want it to come out of this money because I already did allocate where that money is going. I've already put that money in my cruise budget before I spent other money. So this $17.75, I can't remember what this was. I went to Marshall's and I went to Walmart this week, and I just picked up, like, I found out it's going to be raining one of the days I'm in Belize, so I picked up some ponchos and a couple of things. And then another day I went and I got some snacks to take on the cruise with me. I got like some water flavors because I put water flavors in there, and I got some I got just a couple of little things that I wasn't thinking about that I saw, and I was like, oh, I could take that on the cruise with me. And I spent just like $20 on that stuff. So I'm just going to cover that overspending. $17.75 there and $24.42 here. I'm just going to cover that with my ready to assign. It wasn't in my budget. So it will be will make me just a little bit shorter than I was planning to be, but it's okay. It's whatever. That's one of the great things about budgets. They're flexible. You got to roll with the punches, y'all. That's one of YNAB's or rules is roll with the punches. So if you do some overspending, you cover it, you adapt, you take it from somewhere else, and you move on. This is YNAB. This on the screen behind me. Don't have time to go into raptures about it like I normally do. Sorry, I know everybody looks forward to that part. But if you're new and you're interested in checking it out, there's a link in my description box below that will get you 34 days for free. If you like it and you have used my link and you decide to sign up for it, you'll get an additional 30 days for free. I can't recommend it enough. Honestly, if you talk to anybody about it who has used it, they will probably not be able to stop talking about it because it really is just it's just life changing. It's life changing. But anyway, I'm going to stop because I really do have a ton to do today. My goal is to stop working at 5 o'clock, and I have a lot to do to get caught up and make sure that everybody is in a good place. So I'm not leaving work on anybody's plates when I go on my vacation for a week. So now that that is covered, I am going to move this savings challenge money up into my cruise fund, because this is money that I saved specifically for my cruise. And I'm going to move this personal savings challenge. This is money that we saved for my massage. If you remember, I've been doing the scratch off. This money is going toward my massage. And the massage with the tip, you'll see in the cruise budget, is like $195. So I'm glad that this savings challenge ended up being $200 because it just about covers it. Well, that's not how you do that back. So now I have moved $200 into my cruise fund, and we'll do the rest of it when we get there. I just wanted to do that since I was at the bottom. Okay, now we're going to do my normal. The way I do my weekly budget, if you are new, or if you haven't been here in a while and you want a refresher, or just because I like to say it every week, is I plan out my week in the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom. This just helps me figure out where my money goes. I do it a month in advance. And then I close out my week at the end of every week. I close it out. So last night I went and I figured out how much I had actually spent, where my money actually went, and I keep track of what I'm spending. I close it out and I track everything. And then I do my rollover, how much I have. And then on Friday mornings, I put it all into YNAB. And YNAB is how I like hash stuff my envelopes. I don't use cash. Typically, I do actually have cash now to go on the cruise, but typically I don't use cash. Let me tell you, as a non-cash person, to have cash, it feels so weird. I've like had it in my bag. There's a little baby spider on my ring light. I should get that outside, but if I open my door, my cat will come in. Anyway, I got distracted by the spider. Oh, so I had it in my bag because I had gone at lunch the other day. And then I went to the gym yesterday morning and I had my purse with me. And I was like, I can't take this purse to the gym. What if somebody takes all this cash? I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just not used to having cash. Cash makes me uncomfortable. I do not like it. I have it split up into like 5 different areas. It's packed in different places. Some of it's in my carry-on, some of it's in my purse, some of it's in my suitcase, because I'm like, if I lose some of it, cash makes me super nervous. I do not like cash. Lots of people use cash. Cash works very well for budgeting for some people. I don't like it. Anyway, because I don't use cash, I use this digital cash stuffing method to budget out my money, and that's YNAB. So anyway, I put it in here, I budget it all out, I plan it all out, and then I stuff it into my envelopes in here. So this is my plan, and this is where I'm going to execute my plan. So every single week on paydays, I give myself $50 for dining out, which if you watched my plan with me for Becky Van Pelt, I also yell at me sometimes, because sometimes this is how you do it. My brain is not fully here. I give myself $50 a week. Now, I do actually plan to spend some of that money because Nathan's dad is coming in to watch the animals. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I had hired a pet sitter, but then Nathan's dad agreed to come watch the animals, so I was able to cancel that, save myself $650, which was fantastic. And he won't let us pay him. He won't even let me buy his gas or buy him food for when he's here. I bought him some things that I know he likes because he's been here a few times, but I don't really know what he eats on a regular basis. Normally we go out or something when he's here. But he's coming in tomorrow evening. and I do plan to take him out for at least one meal. I can at least do that. So I will spend some of this dining out money. When I originally set up this week's budget, I was like, I probably won't spend that money because when am I going to go out to eat? I'm going to be on a cruise ship. I will probably spend this because I will probably take him out for dinner tomorrow. Groceries, again, I don't think I'll need a lot. I'm only going to put 30. Normally I do 75. I'm only going to do 30. I don't think I will need a lot, but I am having Randy over tonight just in case there's something I forgot to pick up that I didn't think of. I want a couple of dollars in there just to go pick stuff up. Fun money, I give myself $10 every week. I did end up spending some fun money on Chipotle yesterday because I am low on groceries, like quick things for lunches. I have food, like frozen, like meats, but I didn't have anything for lunches and I didn't want to go buy food because I'm fixing to go on a cruise. So I was like, whatever, I have tons of money in my fun money. I'm going to go to Chipotle for lunch yesterday. I do have food now that I can eat today. And like I said, tomorrow is taken care of. Ecclesial expenses, I'm not putting anything in here. I will not be here this week for church, so I don't need that. I am going to put money into my gas. So if you're just checking me out this week for the very first time, this is an atypical week for me because I'm not going to be here next week. So I'm not filling my weekly expenses like I normally would because next week I'm going to be on a cruise ship. I won't have my normal weekly expenses. Normally I get $50 for dining out, $75 for groceries, $10 for fun money, and $60 for ecclesial expenses. That is 40 for the donation, 20 for dining out afterwards. On paycheck weeks, which this is, I would get $50 for gas, $25 for self-care. Once a month, I get $50 for pet care, pet expenses, and $50 for household, $25 for budgeting. Those are once a month. They're at the beginning of the month. We're in the middle of the month. I've already filled them this month. That's how I do that. But this is not a normal week for me. And next week, I'm sorry, I won't have a video out on Friday because I won't have, I won't be making a video. So I will budget, but like I'll just do it myself on my phone. I won't put a video out. But anyway, this is not a normal week. I am giving myself gas money so that I can help pay for gas for the cruise. And I believe I am driving to Sherwood tomorrow. And I think last week I said I was going to the Celtic Festival. It's not the Celtic Festival. It's actually the Renaissance Fair this week. Sherwood does have a Celtic Festival that I go to. That's in the fall. This one is the Renaissance Fair. Anyway, I think that's still on plan. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really hope that we cancel. I do not want to go. I love this fair. I love going. Every year I love going. I don't want to go tomorrow. I have so much going on. I do not want to do this. But I really do want to see my friends that we're meeting. And this is the weekend that they said they could go. And the weather's going to be like in the 50s and 60s, and that's perfect. Normally you go out there and you're sweating because it's March, but we're in Texas, so it's hot here. Anyway, it's like the perfect weekend to go if I wasn't leaving on Sunday morning. It's too much for me right now. But anyway, I said I would drive because Nathan's driving to the cruise. So I will have to put gas in my car if we do end up going. I just really hope that gets canceled. But anyway, and that's the only thing. Reimbursable, these are things I picked up for Nathan for the cruise while I was out and about doing some shopping. Mostly bathing suits and then a couple of other things, and he is going to pay me back, so I am not going to be covering that. So you will see, normally I pay my cards off every week, and most of these will be paid off today. But there is just a little bit that I will leave, $78.77 worth of charges that I will leave on these cards because Nathan will pay me back, and that will come with rent. The way we do our rent is and we put it all into Splitwise, which is an app. And I can actually show you. And I know, y'all, I keep saying I'm going to film a Splitwise video, and I will. So here, like HEB, Chipotle, Old Navy, this is money he owes me. He's paid me back for some of this. He paid me that $25. He doesn't owe me that much. But anyway, this is how, and then it just comes off of the rent when I owe him. What I owe him for rent, this will subtract off of that. So I will get it at the end of the month, and then that'll go toward what I pay. Anyway, the bills. So this is the next section that I do. These are the bills that are due. So like I said, I do a weekly budget. This week goes from today, the 17th, through next Thursday, which is the 23rd. Yes, that is correct. The 17th through the 23rd. So I'm going to make sure that I have money in here for all of my bills that are due before the 23rd. And this red means you've overspent, but I haven't really overspent this money. This bill just hit today, so YNAB thinks I overspent it. I'm just going to, hit this button over here. If you put a target into YNAB, it will just, you can hit the underfunded button and it will put in exactly how much you've told it you want to spend. So $27.11 for my gym membership, absolutely worth it. I do $9.20 a month for Audible, which is an every other month membership for me. I get a credit every other month. So this month it's $18.40. I put $9.20 every month. Every other month, they charge me $18.40. I could just do $18.40 every other month, but this is better for my brain and my budget. The internet is due on the 23rd, and I think that is the last thing. Yeah, that's the last thing I have to pay. Mattress Firm, I need to put it up here with the bills because I always forget about it, is technically a credit card. I didn't know it was a credit card when I signed up for this. This is my mattress. I thought I was just doing no interest financing. I did not realize it was a credit card, which technically I think they sent me the card. It's in with my paperwork and stuff. I'm never going to use this as a card. I thought it was just like a line of credit where they financed this mattress for me. But this auto drafts, I don't have to do anything. I just have to make sure I put the money in there. So YNAB knows I have it. And again, that medical, that $99, I moved it from last month to this month. It still hasn't cleared my account. That's for my liver biopsy payment. I'm going to have to call them. It's probably not going to be till I get back from the cruise. If it still hasn't cleared by the time I get back from the cruise, I'm going to have to call them and find out why they're not taking that last $100. Maybe like my insurance came back and paid them more than they were expecting or something, which is fantastic. I'm not going to complain about that, but I just can't figure out why they haven't taken that last $100. Because like, it's in here as having cleared, as having come out, but it hasn't come out. Like, I don't know why it hasn't come out. So if you click on this, it will tell you what's come out. This liver biopsy, I moved it from February to March, and it still hasn't come out. It was supposed to come out in February, and it didn't, and it hasn't come out now, and it's like my last payment, and I just want it to be done, and it's not going away. Those are my only bills I have. So now we get to do the fun part, which is my savings challenges and my cruise spending. Oh, no, I have to make my Saver One card payment too, which I actually already set up. I just have to put money in here. Saver One is the card that I have my cruise on, and I have the minimum payment, I think, is like $30 or whatever, but that's obviously not the payment I'm making. I'm making a $100 a month minimum payment, and then everything that's left at the end of every single month until this card is paid off in July or August, this card will be paid off. The interest will hit at the end of August if I haven't paid it off, so it will be paid off by then. But every single month I'm going to make a $100 minimum payment, and then whatever money is left at the end of the month, I'm zeroing out my budget, and every penny that's left is going in onto this card. So I have it set up to have $100 go onto this card tomorrow, or today actually, and so I need to put that on there. So these are my two bills that are technically credit cards. And maybe I should separate them on my, I don't know, I gotta figure out how I can, maybe I'll put like a C next to them on this so I can remember that they're in a separate section on here. Because the way YNAB works is they automatically, when you set an account up as a credit card, it puts it into its own category. The only thing that you cannot customize in here is this credit card section. You can customize the name by customizing the name of the card when you set it up, and you can move them around in here, but you can't change these into another category. If you label it as a credit card, it goes into the category called credit card payments. And that is probably the most genius thing that they could have done, because credit cards were my biggest Achilles heel, and now I am able to pay them off every month and use them for rewards. I'm telling you, y'all, might have changed my life. Okay, so now all my bills are funded for reals this time, and I am going to put $250 worth of spending money into my cruise, because that is what I am bringing with me in cash. And yay! And then I'm going to do my savings challenges, which this week is just my 52-week challenge, which, if you are new, is it's the standard 52-week challenge a lot of people do. It's where you save the week of the year that it is I don't know what week of the year it is. I do this backwards and forwards. Week 1 of the year, I say you save $1. Week 2 of the year, you save $2. All the way up to the last week of the year, you save $52. I do this first week of the year and last week of the year together, so you save $53 on the first paycheck of the year. Second paycheck of the year, I save the second week of the year and the second to last week of the year, so week 2 and week 51, $53. Every single paycheck, I save $53. My goal is to not touch this. If I have to touch any savings, my goal is to really not touch this savings challenge. I want to get all the way through the year and have at least one savings challenge completed that I haven't touched. I hadn't done that. Last year was the first year that that I ever did savings challenges, and I made it all the way to October, and I used this money that I had done in my 52-week savings challenge to take my mom on a vacation, which was the main point of this. Like, I wanted to use this money for that. But this year I'd like to complete the savings challenge. And I did. I did complete the savings challenge. I just didn't end the year with every penny from the savings challenge in the savings challenge. I did every single paycheck save $53 last year. I just used the money as I went because I used it to. I also had medical diagnoses last year. If you're new, I had a lot happen to me at the end of last year. I saved a lot of money at the beginning of the year and then ended up using all of that money at the end of the year to cover a lot of medical expenses and the trip with my mom that I was planning to use some of that money for. Anyway, it just last year kind of fell apart at the end, which is why I'm going on this cruise. This was my like mental health breakdown, the cruise, and the mattress were my like mental health gift to myself to get myself back on track, which is why when I'm back from this cruise, it's hard and heavy back on the debt, which honestly I really truly don't have a lot of, and it is all interest free other than the debt consolidation. But that's a different story today. Today we're just going to finish this up. And then I have my baby Joe, which is my great nephew. He is 4 months old now, 4.5 months old, and I am saving his age. So since he's not a year old, I'm still just saving $1. So, and since I'm paid bi-weekly, I do $2. So I do $1 a week. So that's $2 a paycheck. So we're up to $20 now. And that is it. That's all that I have in this budget right now. I have 10 minutes left, so let's quickly go into my cruise budget so we can see. Oh, good morning. We can see how, oh, I have to do it from up here. How I set up what I have spent and what I am planning to spend on my cruise. Okay, so one of the great things about YNAB is you can have literally as many budgets as you want. You can just create a new one. This is the one I set up for my cruise. So here are things that I have already paid for. I have already spent almost $2,500 on my cruise. The actual cruise cost me about $1,150. I paid for my friend's drink package for his birthday gift. The medallions, which is princesses, like you don't get cruise cards anymore. You get like little round discs and you can wear them in a lanyard or in a watch or as a necklace or something. That is, I paid $36 for I got little upgraded images on them, and then I got wristbands so we can wear them as watches, and then the shipping of them. I paid about $100 for the excursion that I want to go on. Used my onboard credit for one of my excursions, and then I paid for another excursion. I paid $224 to upgrade my room to a balcony cabin, paid $70 for specialty dining, $105 for parking. This will be a split cost, but this is what I've paid so far. And then this is where I really spent money. This isn't just clothes. This is just the category line item that I had already put in the budget when I had first started working it. This is everything. This is clothes and food and accessories and things like this wire holder and everything that I bought that was categorized as a purchase for the cruise. I've spent $705 plus the money that I just covered that I hadn't put in here yet. So these are all the expenses that I had already covered. $2,475 for the cruise, which honestly is not that bad. And then these are potential, well, and also definite expenses. So the massage is a definite expense. I've already booked it. The only reason that this would be not a definite expense is if for whatever reason they cancel it, because I don't plan to cancel it. Like, this is happening as far as I'm concerned. So $195. It's $167 for the cruise, and then they told me that they will charge an 18% gratuity after the massage. So $195. I don't anticipate doing any additional specialty dining, but in case I decide I want to, because my cousin who is going with me did the like Princess Premier package, and he gets two specialty dining nights. I'm only doing one. That $70 was for me and Nathan because I accidentally booked for him, and I didn't mean to include him when I did the head count of people going, but I accidentally did. So I just paid for him because he didn't want to do it. But this I'm including just in case I decide to do another one. I don't know that I'm going to. I did $70 in extra tips. Again, I've already prepaid my gratuities. I don't know that I will not have to, but that I will do extra tips, but I have it just in case. And I did get a bunch of ones and fives in case. So I know I'll tip the porter. I'm sure I'll tip the like room service people. Maybe extra tips at the bar for bartenders. If I order drinks to the pool side, I don't know, but I don't know what I'm going to spend. I just want to have this option available. Food and drinks. Again, everything on the ship is included unless I do specialty dining. But if I'm off the ship, if I'm like on one of my excursions, that's not included. So I don't anticipate spending $50 on food, but I don't know what food costs. So there we go. There's my options. Shopping, again, I don't know what anything costs. So this is what I am putting in my budget, $150 for shopping, to buy souvenirs, to buy something for myself, a t-shirt. I like to buy t-shirts. Mugs, even though I only use the same two mugs, but I like mugs. And then transportation, I don't think I'll need any transportation. Again, in Honduras, I'm just taking I'm not leaving the cruise port, the swinging chair thing over to the beach, which is just right there by the ship. And then back in Belize, I've already paid for the excursion, which is like a boat tour to the ruins and then back, and that's all like from the boat, like they should be all included. And then I'm not doing anything because Cozumel is probably the only place that I might possibly run into any transportation if I decide to get off the boat and do anything, but I don't think I'm actually brave enough to do that. I'm gonna get off the boat and just like shop around the port, but I don't plan to leave the port, so I don't plan on any transportation costs, but just in cases I have something budgeted in case I need an Uber or a taxi or something. So these are my potential, and this is based on a lot of time watching YouTube videos and what other people recommended that you bring, and talking to some friends who had done cruises. One of the ladies that's going on the cruise with me is a retired travel agent, and this is like how kind of she said she is setting up what she's planning to bring, and watching. Well, I can't even think. Like Emma Cruises, though she's British, she doesn't tip. I can't think of the name of it now. Life Well Cruised is one of the ones that I watched for and then La Lido Loca, something like that. I watched a lot of cruising videos when I was getting ready for this. So this is my potential cruise budget. We'll see when I get back how I did. My goal is to come back with money. Obviously, this first section here, this is already spent. This is gone. I can't come back with any of this money. I've already spent it. And this 195 I already spent. But the rest of this money, I would really like to come back with some of it. Obviously, I'm not going to come back with all of it, but I would like to come back with some of it. That is my goal. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna go. It's 7:56. I gotta go get my cat and feed him and get my day started. But I hope y'all are having a fantastic day, a fantastic week. I'm sorry I won't see you next week, but I hope you have a wonderful time. Please let me know what you are doing. Have you ever been on a cruise? What did you think and how did you like it? Was it for you? Most people I have talked to loved it and had the best time, but a handful hated it and it wasn't for them. Was it for you? Did you like it? Do you want to go on one if you've never been on one? Let me know. All right, y'all. I love you. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out, and I will talk to you later. Bye. I lost my pause button. Okay, bye.